What's up, everybody? I am back. I am back. I am back. This is Bucko's Locker coming to you again. This time, post-game live reaction video. Just watched the Bucs lose the Redskins 16-3. I had to, and I know a lot of y'all watched the game with me, but I had to kind of regroup and kind of gather my thoughts so I can talk about the game. It's pretty bad. It's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to wrap this up as best I can. Lord have mercy. Wow. What did I just watch? It's a lot to talk about, folks, as I look at my notes. And this is not good, man. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown on how the notes look. I'm gonna break this down for y'all so y'all can see how bad this team is coached. So, how's everybody doing? Let's fill this chat room up. Let's fill this chat room up because we got a lot to talk about. Jesus Christ. Woo! Where can I start at? Where should I start at, folks? I'm going to start with the good. The good thing about it, we had 501 yards total offense. There is no good to talk about in this game. There is no good at all. What can I say about this game? That the defense finally held somebody under 40 yards total defense or offense? Under 300 yards total offense that the Redskins had. 300 yards total offense. They had less than 300 yards total offense. The Redskins, 286 total yards. And they beat us 16-3. Let's let that sink in. I'm going to break this down. They had 15 first downs. We had 29. Third down efficiency. 5 for 13. They was 5 for 13. And we were 6 for 10 on third down. We ran 67 plays to their 55. 501 total yards. The most yards ever gained and only scored 3 points since 1960. We had 10 drives. 7.5 yards a play. 9 yards per pass attempt. Only gave up 2 sacks. 103 yards rushing. 31 minutes we had the ball to their 28. So if you look at the game without even putting the helmets next to the scores, if you look at this game, you're gonna say the Bucs won, right? You know we lost the battle at? You know why we lost this game? 4 turnovers. Missed field goal. Missing field goals, man? 501 total yards and still lose the game. How is this possible? Alex Smith, 19 for 27, 178 yards. He didn't even push the ball down the field like that. Alex Smith was pedestrian. He didn't do anything spectacular. They waited on us to make mistakes to beat us, and we gave them the game. Typical Bucs. The Redskins didn't have to do much to win the game. Play smart. Don't turn the ball over. That's exactly how Jay Gruden approached this game. Run the ball, make good throws, no turnovers, check down the ball, occasionally take a shot down the field every now and then. We can win the game. Very simple offensive game plan the Redskins had and executed it perfectly. They knew we was going to turn the ball over. Adrian Peterson, 19 carries, 68 yards. The Redskins didn't do nothing spectacular. They're 6-3 with that offense. Give me the Redskins offense and their defense and their record over our offense and our defense and our record. But y'all keep screaming, number one offense, number two offense, number one passing offense. Keep screaming that. It don't matter. We're 3-6. The scheme does not work. Ryan Fitztragic showed up today. 29 for 41, 406 yards, 9 yards attempt, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Peyton Barber had a good running game. 13 carries, 61 yards, 4 yards a carry. We stopped giving him the ball. Chris Godwin, 100 yards receiving. Jacquizz Rodgers, 8 catches. You know it's bad when Jacquizz Rodgers has 8 catches for 102 yards and Mike Evans has 3 catches for 51. O.J. Howard, 1 catch. Deshaun Jackson, 5 catches. Adam Humphrey, 2 catches. Cameron Brate, 1 catch. Very interesting. And the reason why I'm saying this, let me transition or segue into this, what I'm about to say. The press conference, Dirk Cutter said, I took over the play calling. I was like, what? Oh, wait. Hold up. Excuse me, Dirk. I took over play calling. I just felt I had my reasons. You had your reasons. Mr. Cutter, what was your reasons in taking over the play calling? Huh? Can you explain that to the Bucs fans? To the Powers and the Sea Bandits? The Stick Carriers, the Buckaholics? Can you explain to us why did you take over play calling? What was the reason, Dirk? Why? What made him? Why? Are you freaking kidding me? He took over play calling because I had my reasons. So let me see. Of course, Chris Godwin, 7 catches, 103 yards, 7 targets. Jarquez Rogers, for some strange reason, 8 targets for 102 yards. 8 catches for 102 yards. Deshaun Jackson, 5 catches and targeted 8 times. Adam Humphrey targeted 3. Mike Evans targeted 6. O.J. Howard only targeted 2 times. And Cameron Brake targeted 3 times. Okay. That explains why the offense looked like crap. Dirk Cutter said, I got it. Screw it. I'm going down with the ship. Dirk Cutter called this game according to who he liked. Giving Jarquez Rogers shine? 8 targets for Jarquez Rogers? You got to be sugar honey iced tea me. Holy sugar honey iced tea. Jarquez Rogers had more targets than Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, and Cameron Brake. I know I ain't tripping. So Dirk decided to call plays to throw to his guys, Deshaun Jackson, Jarquez Rogers, and I'm not mad at Chris Godwin getting 7 catches, but Jarquez Rogers and Deshaun Jackson, 13 targets between the two. Adam Humphrey, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brake. They combined for 7 catches. Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brake, Adam Humphrey combined for 7 catches. Jarquez Rogers and Deshaun Jackson combined for 13 catches. He was sure trying to give the ball to Jarquez Rogers and Deshaun Jackson. Holy crap. That explains why we scored 3 points. Because I didn't catch it because I wasn't paying attention because I was – the offense looked really, really weird in the red zone. The same issues that the Atlanta Falcons had when he was the Atlanta Falcons OC. Atlanta had issues in the red zone. Now it all makes sense. It makes total sense now why the offense looked like that today. It makes total sense. Dirk Cutter took over play calling for no apparent reason. Egotistical, self-centered coach. We do not need him anymore. Ryan Fitztragic showed up today. 3 turnovers. So let me guess. Oh, it was the coaching. It's the coaching. It's the coaching. It don't matter who the quarterback is, folks. But I'm going to get to that a little bit later at the end of the video. Chandler Cameronzaro, 1 for 3 on field goals. Why is he not cut? Why hasn't he been cut? Another one of those Dirk Cutter decisions that should have been made 2 weeks ago. You should have got rid of Chandler Cameronzaro a long time ago. Unbelievable. Noah Spence sighting. Villa had a sack. McCoy had a sack. Nassib had a sack. Congratulations. Now let me get to my notes. I just wanted to give y'all the statistical standpoint on how the game looked. So, can we please stop this narrative of Ryan Fitztragic give us the best chance to win at 36 years old, 35, 36 years old? He doesn't. Matter of fact, it don't even matter who the quarterback is that's going to give us the best chance to win. Our best chance to win is to get rid of Dirk Cutter. Our best chance to win is to get rid of Dirk Dork cutter. It don't matter if it's Ryan Fitztragic. It don't matter if Jameis interception Winston. You got to get rid of Dirk Cutter. We're not going to win probably no more games with him. See, y'all really thought it was Jameis Winston that had the problem. See, y'all was like, oh, Jameis is trash. Ryan Fitzpatrick give us the best chance to win right now. 2 games later, y'all think he still give us the best chance to win? Or Jameis? As a matter of fact, don't answer that. It don't even matter who the quarterback is. We got to get rid of Dirk Cutter. Then we will start winning. Get rid of Jason Light. Get rid of the GM. That combination is not going to help us. Jason and his missed draft picks and missed talent evaluator, and Dirk Cutter and his play calling and his team scheme doesn't work. It's washed. It's the Atlanta Falcons bullcrap. I do this. I know what I'm talking about. He's done. Get him out of here. I don't like Dirk Cutter. I don't like Jason. I didn't like Mike Smith. I don't like this coaching staff. I don't like Brinson Buckner. I don't like Mark Duffner. I don't like them. They're soft. They're trash. I don't like the kicker. I don't like the defensive scheme. I don't like the offensive scheme. It don't produce wins. It produces yards. It's a horrible scheme. Let's cut the narrative of Ryan Fitzpatrick give us the best chance to win. No. It don't matter who the quarterback is. Don't y'all get it now? So now, who y'all gonna point the finger at now? First it was James and his interceptions. Then it was, put Ryan Fitzpatrick in because he plays better than James. Then Ryan Fitzpatrick turns the ball over a few times. Oh, it's the O-lines. It's the special teams. Oh, it's the coach. Y'all still don't want to blame the coach on it. Y'all want to blame everybody else but the coach in the scheme. We're too inconsistent. Personally, if you ask me tomorrow, Dirk Cutter is gone. Todd Monken is the interim coach. Start the search now. If I was the new coach, I would keep Todd Monken as the OC. He calls plays better. I'll get a proven head coach with a good track record with defense. We've had a problem with defense for years, and we can't seem to get it right with these recycled coaches. .501 total yards offense, and we scored 3 points. How does the Redskins win a game 16-3 with with 2/3 of their starting O-line missing? The interior of the line was gone, and they still win. And y'all think Jameis Winston is the problem? Jameis Winston turns the ball over too much. The scheme is horrible. Any quarterback will turn the ball over a lot in that scheme. Jameis Winston is talented than Ryan Fitztragic. Yes, he has his flaws, but in that scheme, it is trash. He don't fit Dirk Cutter's scheme. Dirk Cutter never wanted him. What y'all thought Ryan Fitzmagic was going to save the team and get us to the playoffs? Four fumbles, 2 missed field goals, 2 interceptions. It don't even matter. cutter. We can't evaluate talent. We don't make the right free agent pickups. We don't make the right trades. We can't draft correctly. I wish we would have got John Dorsey, the guy from Cleveland, the Cleveland's general manager, putting together a nice team. We can't get right. Open the checkbook up, Glazers. Get a real coach with a real scheme. -4 in the turnovers today. NFL worst, -19 for the season. 6th straight game without a defensive takeaway. We're the worst when it comes to turnover ratio. -19. Which y'all thought Mark Duffner was going to make a difference? Still the same defense. What y'all thought because the Browns offense didn't look good for 3 quarters that Mark Duffner defense is going to actually show up? Oh, what y'all thought because y'all seen Mark Duffner defense held the Redskins under 300 yards total offense that our defense still good? It's only good when it don't matter. Every time when it matters, we don't show up. When it's time to make a stop in key moments, the defense never shows up. It's the Mike Smith syndrome. He still his smell still reeks around the organization with Mark Duffner, Mike and Dort Cutter still there. That's all Mike Smith nonsense. Brinson Buckner, what difference has he made? We still can't get to the quarterback. Dirk Cutter took over the offense. Play calling. 5 red zone trips. 6 inside the 30. 3 points. Three points. 6 times within the 30 of the Redskins side of the ball. 3 points, 501 yards total offense. The defense showed up and held the Redskins under 300 total yards. And then the offense started to just play crap. Despite inside the 20 to 20, it was all good. That is crazy. 501 yards total offense and 3 points. Dort is so predictable. It's really bad when you have predictability on offense. The Bucs are very predictable on offense inside the 20. The fans have ran out of excuses. The stick carriers, the Buckaholics, the Pirates, the Sea Bandits, the Diehards, you've ran out of excuses. You can't blame Jameis. You can't blame nobody but Dort Cutter. He is the problem. You hate Jameis so much, you got to include him too, don't you? Don't y'all see the real issue here? It's Dort Cutter. Dort Cutter decided to put his job on the line by starting Ryan Fitzpatrick. How did that work out, Dort? Who saw this coming? He decided to put his job in the hands of a backup journeyman quarterback. When expectations is low, Ryan Fitzpatrick shows up. When expectations is high and he's supposed to win, this is what you see today, folks. That's him. At 35, 36 years old. Now I'm good. I done seen enough of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Tragic. I'm good. Let's see what we got in James. At least that way I know if he's going to be the quarterback these next 7 games, and we can move on from James. But I'm done with Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's a backup quarterback. Cut it out. Stop it, folks. Let's be real. We're trying to win. We're trying to look for the future. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not a part of the future. I'm going to go with the 24-year-old and see what I got. You already know what you got out of Ryan Fitzpatrick. You're gonna keep trotting that out there every week. Do you see the stands? The fans have given up on this team and that staff and the players. Ryan Smith on the sideline. Camera always watching. Ryan Smith looks over to the other guy and says, "Man, this sucks." Ryan Smith said, "This sucks." We know what we're getting out of Ryan Fitztragic. I don't want to see that no more. He took over play calling. Can you believe what kind of egotistical coach we got? He's lost the team, folks. Lost it. We got no good pass rush. JPP for 2 straight games ain't done nothing. Nothing. For the rest of the season, I don't want to see no more Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let James finish out the season, and you figure out what you want to do with James after game 16. No more Ryan Fitzpatrick. No more. It's enough. You're not going anywhere with him. What's his record as a starter? How many games? Ryan Fitzpatrick has won 2 games. We're 3-6, folks. Whether it's Ryan Fitzpatrick or Jameis Winston, we're going to lose because of the scheme. Offensively, defensively, and special teams is not good. When are y'all going to get it through? JPP has quit. He's quit. Haven't heard his name called in 2 weeks. The losing culture has got to him. The losing culture has got to JPP. Super Bowl champion, JPP. 8 sacks. The last 2 weeks, haven't heard his name called one time. Gerald McCoy. Trade him. It's a wrap, folks. We got the Giants next. Do you think we're going to beat the Giants? We've lost 6 out of the last 7 games. Let that sink in, folks. After a 2-1 start. Talk of the NFL. Beat the Saints and the Eagles. Lost to the Steelers by 3 points. Blowed out by the Bears. Lose to the Falcons on some boneheaded decisions by James. Barely beat the Browns. Lose to the Bengals on some boneheaded stuff. Lose to the Panthers when we could have came back and probably won that game. And then we lose to the Redskins. I was hoping for a 8-8, 9-7 season. We're 3-6, folks. We're probably winning about 2 more games. We're probably winning 2 more games. That's about it. You know what's so crazy is how the narrative is in certain chat rooms or in certain Buccaneers Facebook groups is It's when the Bucs lose with Jameis. Oh, release him. The offense is loaded. We can't move the ball, and Jameis is messing it up. Ryan Fitzpatrick lose. It's a bad team. What are we doing here, folks? I don't hear the same things being said about Ryan Fitzpatrick versus Jameis Winston. We lose with Jameis, it's he sucks. We lose with Ryan Fitzpatrick after he threw interceptions and fumbled the ball, it's the team bad. But when I say the team bad with Jameis, it's Jameis sucks. And then when I say the team is bad with Ryan Fitzpatrick, it's not Ryan Fitzpatrick, it's the team. What? What are we doing? So when we lose with Jameis, Jameis sucks. The offense is loaded. Jameis turns the ball over too much. But we lose with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is good. It's the team that's messed up. After he turns the ball over 3 times. I see this a lot in the Bucs groups on Facebook. Very, very interesting. We got a super chat by Davis Martin. Is there any chance we see Ryan Griffin next week? No. For what? We're not going to see Ryan Griffin, folks. Cut it out. We're not seeing Ryan Griffin. Cut it out. No. But I appreciate the super chat, though. But I'm just trying to figure out the narrative with the Bucs fan base. Why they hate Jameis so much but love Ryan, and Ryan does the same thing. Ryan Fitzpatrick has turned the ball over every game he started this season. How many turnovers Ryan Fitzpatrick got right now, folks? Huh? How many interceptions he's throwing right now, folks? 8? 7? All I'm saying is, if you're going to do Jameis like that, do Ryan Fitzpatrick like that. Turnovers are unacceptable from both quarterbacks, not just one. We're going to accept Ryan Fitzpatrick turnovers because the receiver didn't run the ball, run his route right, and the team just bad. No! Ryan Fitzpatrick is trash. He's horrible. He had one good season. Cut it out, folks. You kidding me? Don't give me the 24-year-old quarterback. Ryan Fitzpatrick today, 2 interceptions and a fumble. 2 bad interceptions and a ridiculous fumble. Then he runs around. He runs for the first down. Instead of running for the first down, he decides to go backwards and lose 4 yards, which turns into a 4th down conversion, missed field goal by Chandler Catanzaro. Instead of Ryan Fitzpatrick putting his head down, getting the first down, he wants to run around like he Lamar Jackson. Get the first down, Ryan. Then he throws an illegal forward pass that knocks us out of field goal range. Illegal forward pass. Mr. Ryan Fitzpatrick today. 2 interceptions and a fumble. But that's acceptable. Whatever, man. I don't want to hear that. I'm talking about the starter right now. That's unacceptable as a starting quarterback. You look bad, Ryan. It's unacceptable. 2 interceptions, a fumble, a illegal forward pass that took us out of field goal range. Miss me all that. Hasn't done nothing since week 1 and 2, but throw it for a bunch of yards. Miss me with all that. Y'all think he's going to be on the team next season as a starter? You kidding me? As a bridge? No. I do this, folks. And when Dirk or whoever the head coach Monday decides to make Jameis the starter, I'm going to be like I told y'all. What did I tell y'all? If we lose the next 2 games, I said this 2 weeks ago, after the Browns game. Nope, and after the Bengals game. I said if we lose the next 2 games, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if the Bucs go back to Jameis. And I also said, will the Bucs make it? Will Dirk Cutter make it through the end of the season? Will he make it to week 16? Will Dirk Cutter make it to week 16? I said those 2 things 2 weeks ago. If we lose the next 2 games, don't be surprised they go back to Jameis for the rest of the season to finish him out. And I also said if we keep losing, there is a high probability that Dirk Cutter do not make it to week 16. Because it's pretty obvious Dirk don't care right now. He don't care. Dirk Cutter don't care. He took over play calling. He don't care. He don't care. He gonna go out with his players. Deshaun Jackson, Jacquizz Rodgers, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Good luck with that, Dirk. Every time the bar has been raised with Ryan Fitzpatrick, he never shows up. Today's a prime example, folks. I don't hate Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I just know where we at with him. I'm not a fan of nothing on that team right now. I'm not a fan of. There's a few bright spots. Carlton Davis, Quan, JPP, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Kevin Brady, Adam Humphries. There's a few bright spots on the team. Ali Marpet. Everybody else I'm not impressed with. Donovan Smith is not a left tackle. Move on from Donovan Smith. Kick him into the guard. He's too slow to play left tackle. Kick Donovan to the right side. Maybe he's better on the right side. But as a left tackle, Donovan Smith is horrid. Donovan Smith is trash on the left side. And you know what? Let me rewind real quick because I see people in the chat room talking about Jameis and Ryan and all that. Do y'all realize the free agent class of quarterbacks coming up this season for the 2019 season? The free agent class of quarterbacks is horrible. And the quarterbacks that's coming out, I would not touch them. The only one I would consider touching is Will Grier. I wouldn't touch Justin Herbert. I wouldn't touch Ryan Finley. Give me the 2020 class. The 2019 free agent quarterback class is not good. So go ahead and get rid of Jameis. Who are you going to put there? You're going to drop another young quarterback and you're going to make Ryan Fitzpatrick the starter as a bridge quarterback so we can go through another trash season? Hey, folks, y'all just don't like Jameis. That's what it is. You just don't like him. You'd rather have a rookie quarterback from college right now come in next year and think he's going to turn it around? Pah! Get your hands out your butts. No rookie quarterback's going to come into the Bucs right now and turn the team around. The free agent crop of quarterbacks this year in 2019? No. Stop playing with me, folks. I do this. Pay attention to the football game. Quick, y'all think with emotions. because you don't like an individual. Think long term, think bigger picture. What young quarterbacks want to come in and make a difference? So for those of you that don't like Jameis, he'll be starting again real soon. And if he's on the team next year, it is what it is. If he's off the team next year, it is what it is. But to y'all, he will be starting again this season. Suck it up. Get out your feelings. Do y'all know the starting? Do y'all even know the backup quarterback rate going? The starting quarterback rate is going. The Bucs is not going to pay Jameis top tier money. Even backup quarterbacks got 18. And James is at what, $20.9 million? So you basically, if you're going to give James $21 million, you basically playing him what Mike Glennon got, basically. Anyway, let me bring y'all back to the game. Because I can do this all day. I can do this all day. I got too much. I can do this all day. So after this game, Dirk has no other options how to save his job. Jameis Winston got suspended. Insert Ryan Fitzpatrick. He put Jameis back in. Puts Ryan Fitzpatrick back in. He has no other options. He can't save his job. He's on the hook. Dirk can't save his job. Dirk has no other options. He gave up play calling. He went to Ryan Fitzpatrick. He went back to Jameis Winston. He has no other options. Bye-bye, Dirk. Dork. I mean, do y'all want to keep seeing flash in the pan stuff? Or y'all want to look towards the future? Jason Garrett clap. That's what we look like right now. A bunch of clapping. When are y'all going to accept that we're a bad squad, regardless of who the quarterback is? Now, mind you, people will go out and say, oh, well, Ryan Fitzpatrick looks a whole lot better than Jameis. Well, today what I saw was a bullshit quarterback too. What difference does it make? If I'm going to see that, I'd rather see that out of a 24-year-old quarterback versus a 36-year-old quarterback. That should know better. Miss me with the bull. Miss me with the bull. When are y'all going to get, looking at this game, the coaching is terrible. It's not the quarterbacks. It's not the receivers. O-line issues, yes. D-line issues, yes. Secondary issues, yes. Linebackers has regressed, yes. Special teams never been good. But that's coaching decisions. He's an inept coach. He threw a challenge flag with no freaking time out. When are y'all going to get it? When are y'all going to get it? I've never been a fan of Mike Smith, Dirk Cutter. Go back and watch all my videos. I do this. I foreshadowed this last year. I pay attention, folks. I'm not a psychic or nothing like that, but I do pay attention to football. And I told y'all Dirk Cutter was not a good coach. I told y'all Mike Smith was not a good D coordinator. I already proved y'all one time already with Mike Smith being gone. I proved it already. I can sit back and let y'all argue amongst each other and do the business leg cross. The business leg cross. I do this. Dirk was never a good coach. Offensive coordinator, yeah, produces a lot of turnovers in his offense, but Dirk was never a good head coach. He was in over his head. Did y'all just see the game today? The team no longer believes in the coach. The team, let me repeat this. The team no longer believes in the coach. Players are on the sideline sulking, looking at each other like, man, what are we doing? Ryan Smith on the sideline saying we suck. They don't believe in Dirk Cutter no more. Dirk Cutter, he's done. They are not responding to him. Jameis won't respond to Dirk. Ryan Fitzpatrick surely responded to him. The O-line has regressed. What more evidence do y'all want? Meanwhile, Mitchell Trubisky, 355 yards today with a running game. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid flying high. Meanwhile, Sean Payton with Drew Brees after the week 1 loss to us in New Orleans, flying high 8 in a row. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns beat the Falcons. Better play calling. Baker Mayfield said, the coach don't call plays that I don't like. It's called coaching, folks. Ask your players, what do you like to play? Don't fit your scheme around the players. Don't do that. You build a scheme to your players. Don't take your scheme and say, this is what we're going to run. Why do you think the Rams with Sean McVay look good? He got a scheme that fits his personnel. The scheme that Dirk Cutter is running right now, offensively, don't fit our personnel. It's a down the field attack. And we got no speed demons but Deshaun Jackson, a 31-year-old speed demon. We got a bunch of possession receivers. And we got a downfield attack. What more do y'all want? I do this. I'm not trying to rub it in y'all face, but I'm just saying we got a downfield attack with possession receivers. O.J. Howard is a possession tight end. He got some speed, but he possession tight end. Cameron Brate not fast. Adam Humphrey not fast. Mike Evans not fast. Chris Godwin's kind of fast. We only got one speed demon, but we got a downfield attack. No running game. Titans got a running game. Bears got a running game. The Browns got a running game. The Chiefs got a running game. The Rams got a running game. The Saints got a running game. The Panthers got a running game. The Vikings got a running game. The Redskins got a running game. The Chargers got a running game. Patriots got a running game. Titans got a running game. Even Buffalo got a running game. Denver got a running game. Stop playing with me. I do this. I can nitpick the Bucs all day. I can nick at the Bucs all day. It's too easy. They too easy to break down. We're a one-dimensional, predictable offense with a predictable defense and certain downs and distance. Our running plays don't fool nobody. We're trying to run play action with Peyton Barber. Come on, who are you fooling? And you run the same route concepts. Why can't we get a running back? Oh, by the way, Doug Martin is running pretty good right now against the Chargers right now. Doug Martin is actually running the ball. I'm just saying, folks. We have a weak team. When are y'all going to accept it? I have. I told y'all last year Dirk Cutter was not good. I told y'all last year Mike Smith wasn't good. But hey, Jameis though. Jameis is a problem. He set our franchise back 3 years. Really, folks, you gonna reach like that? When we keep hiring mediocre coaches? The Bears struck gold with Matt Nagy. The Chiefs struck gold when they got Andy Reid. The Rams struck gold with Sean McVay. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Matter of fact, let me make it easy for y'all. Watching this game, let's look at our division. Sean Payton, Ron Rivera, Dan Quinn, Dork Cutter. Who is the weakest coach in that division? Who is the weakest coach in the NFC South? Dork Cutter. Sean Payton, Super Bowl champion. Ron Rivera, Super Bowl pedigree. Playoff coach. Dan Quinn, Super Bowl pedigree with the Seattle Seahawks. Playoff coach. Dork Cutter. Who is the weakest coach in the NFC South? Sean Payton, Ron Rivera, Dan Quinn, Dork Cutter. That should solve all y'all issues right there. Until we get a better coach, we're not going anywhere. If we can somehow get Tony Dungy or Bill Cowher or pry away Mike Tomlin or pluck somebody from the Ram staff or the Saints staff that's actually got some winning pedigree, some winning background going. Can you imagine if Sean Payton had this offense? Can you imagine if Sean Payton had Jameis Winston? Do this. If Sean Payton or Sean McVay had Jameis Winston would not be looking like this. Get the right coach. This game is a microcosm of how bad our coaching is. They asked him, hey, did you know you didn't have any timeouts when you did that challenge flag? You know what Dirk said? Dirk said, yeah, I knew. That was on me. He said, yeah, I knew we didn't have any timeouts, but that's on me. So he did it on purpose? Did you know you did not have any timeouts when you did the challenge flag, Dork Cutter? Dort Cutter says, yes, I knew we had no timeouts. That one's on me. Inept coaching will lose games like this all the time. I'm just saying, folks. Go back and listen to the press conference of Dort Cutter and how he looked up on that podium. He looked like a defeated coach. He looked like a lost coach that don't know what to do with the organization moving forward. Walking the plank right now. If Jason had any balls, excuse my language, if he had any kahunas, he will get rid of Dirk right now. Tomorrow, I should wake up with an alert on my phone saying Dirk has been fired. If he has any kahunas, if I was the GM, which I'm not, obviously, you would get rid of Dort Cutter right now. That man looks defeated on that podium. He looked like a coach that knows he's about to lose his job based on this game today. He took over play calling. The team is lost. They have no leadership on that team. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Jason Garrett clap. Dirk is a dead coach walking. He knows it. How many coaches have y'all seen fired? Not from the Bucs, but from just in sports, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, tennis coaches. You can tell when a coach don't know what else to do. When you can tell when a coach knows he's about to go. I've seen this too many times in the NFL on numerous of teams. MLB, NBA, you know when a coach is coaching to get fired. You know when a coach is pretty much lost for any idea, doesn't have any more ideas on how to win games. Dirk is a lost coach that's in over his head. He's an inept coach. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. It's a disservice to us as fans to sit here week in and week out and pay money to watch, to go to Raymond James. I'm going to the game. I'm going to the Bucs and Saints game December 9th. I will be at Raymond James Stadium. It's going to be empty. I'm going to get a good seat. Fans are not going to pay no more money to watch the Bucs. I guarantee you from moving forward, the stadium will be half empty. This game pretty much signed and sealed the fan base. It is ridiculous. Nobody wants to see that product on the field. But, I got to go to the game at least 1 or 2 times a season just to go because I'm a Bucs fan. But I know I'm going to be able to get a real good seat. It's pretty bad, folks. That whole staff, the fans are not responding to the team. The fans are not feeling Dort Cutter anymore. They don't want him anymore. They're not feeling Gerald McCoy. They're not feeling Mark Duffner. They're not feeling Brenton Buckner. They're not feeling Brent Grimes. Shall I keep going? It is a bad product. As a consumer, would you pay for that team? I looked in those stands today. I was like, wow, half of the stadium is empty. But I will be at the game December 9th, and I will be doing a live stream from the stadium, Bucco's Locker. Mark it down, December 9th. Jason Garrett, clap. This was a very pivotal game. 3-6 or 4-5. We're not mathematically eliminated, but we're kind of eliminated. This team is not going to win the rest of the games. If this team was to go 6-2, it won't be enough. 5-2? 5-2 only gets you 8-8. This game hurt really bad. It's always a game that can decide if a season is going to be really bad for the rest of the season. This was the game. I thought last week's game was like the game that was like, oh, our season's done. But this week was the game that it was like, you know what? Deuces, I'm out. Time and time again, we see the same stuff over. This game shows it. It's always never a team victory. Going back to week 1, the first 2 games was a straight up offensive victory. Then it was offense played good. The defense played bad. Defense played good. The offense and special teams played bad. Like, it's never been a complete game. Team discipline don't exist with the Bucs. We make one bad play, it turns into another bad play. Prime example of this game. Ryan Fitzpatrick scrambling for the first down. Instead of getting the first down, he goes left and try to get more yards or do some Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson type stuff. Next play. Third down, didn't do nothing at third down. Then all of a sudden, it turns into a missed field goal. Every time we do something bad, it's like a ripple effect. A penalty. Ryan Jensen, bad snap. Still had us in field goal range, but it made the field goal harder for Chandler Cameron-Zaro. You get where I'm going with this, folks? This game had too many things that show you how bad the team is. Did you see that last interception that Ryan Fitzpatrick did? It was a Jameis Winston type interception. He just dropped back and just threw it in there. Didn't even look at who he was throwing the ball to. Didn't care. Didn't matter. One read only. We're looking like the Raiders. the Giants, and the 49ers. The Browns look better than us right now. The Browns could have beat us. At what point are you guys going to stop accepting mediocre coaching? Mediocre coaching. Huh? Everybody on that team has regressed along with Jameis. Gerald McCoy has regressed. Levante has regressed. Quan was okay. The rookies are rookies. JPP is the lone bright spot on the D-line with Carl Nassib. Our first round pick, Villa. I just watched Raymond James get it in. I'm watching Raymond James just do his thing. Another sack by Raymond James. 4 sacks, 4.5 sacks. Raymond James, defensive rookie of the year, and we missed on him. Let that sink in, folks. First down. I could do this all day. Time and time again. We need a solid, proven defensive coordinator. No more rejects. No more flash in the pans. We need a coach from a proven coaching tree. A proven coaching pedigree. Do you understand? We need to hire a proven GM from a good pedigree. A good coaching tree. A good GM tree. Do not hire any Bill Belichick disciples. Stay away from that coaching tree. Give me somebody from the Bill Parcells coaching tree or the Andy Reid coaching tree. Or the Mike Holmgren coaching tree. Or the Bill Walsh coaching tree. Or the Lombardi coaching tree. Give me somebody from there. Mike Smith, Dirk Cutter. If I was a GM or a head coach or a possible head coach or a coordinator or whatever, and I'm looking at the Bucs, I'm looking at the Bucs like, man, I can do something with that team. They just need some discipline. We got to get somebody that can identify talent, because on that field, our talent is not playing up to the name. We lost a game 16-3, and we put up 501 yards total offense, and we scored 3 points. Let that sink in, folks. Namaste. Namaste. It's bad. It's bad. All Dirk care about is yards. He don't care about a running game or nothing. And if you notice, all the interceptions came from down the field throws. Even Jameis. Week in and week out, we look like an unprepared, dysfunctional team. All you got to do as an opponent when you come to Raymond James or when the Bucs come to your stadium is wait for the Bucs to make mistakes, and you'll win the game. You don't have to do much to win the game. The Bucs will hang you the game. Give me somebody from a winning staff. We got to get better in all phases of the game. We got to hire the right coach. We got to sign the right free agents. We got to pick the right draft picks. If there's a running back better than Rojo sitting there, you get him. If you got to cut ties with Gerald McCoy, Levante David, yeah, go ahead and do that. If you got to cut ties with Jameis Winston, go ahead and do that. But some way, somehow, we got to get better. We got to get better. Quarterback play, running back play. The Rams signed Andre Whitworth, left tackle, solidified the left tackle position. The Bucs stuck with Donovan Smith. You see how that worked out? Donovan Smith has had 4 years to figure out if he's a left tackle. This game should be his last game at left tackle. So, you saw the Bucs game. I know everybody disappointed and frustrated, just like me, as you can see. It was Caleb Benedict and Donovan Smith and Ryan Jensen. How come we can't get the right free agent signings? I'm thinking Ryan Jensen is going to improve the offensive line. Two penalties and a bad snap. Gave him all that money. Will be a fool to sign Donovan Smith to a long-term deal. The Bucs organization will be a fool. Whoever the next coach is, whoever the next GM is, because I'm foreshadowing, do not give Donovan Smith a long-term deal. Do not cut Caleb Benedict. Find a way to trade Gerald McCoy. He has value. Even Levante. And you go with Kendall and Quan. But you got to move on. Move on from Brent Grimes. Chris Conte. Move on from him. William Golston. Find a way to get rid of Bo Allen or Mitch. Find a way to get rid of them too. You got to root some of these issues, man. Find out if Jameis is going to be the quarterback of the future in these next 7 games. We already know what we got in Ryan Fitzpatrick. If you're going to bring Ryan Fitzpatrick back as a backup quarterback, fine. But you got to figure out these next 7 games moving forward. What are you going to do with James? Because if you don't play him the next 7 games, just cut ties with him. Just make him inactive for the rest of the season. If you're not going forward with Jameis Winston, make him inactive, a healthy scratch for the rest of the season. Because if Jameis is not a healthy scratch, you put him in there for the next 7 games. You already know what you got in Ryan Fitzpatrick. The press conference, the media was asking Dirk, who is the starting quarterback for next game? Dirk responded, I will address that tomorrow or the next game or later this week. So we will know who the quarterback moving forward. And this time, if he makes the change, you stay with the change. If he changes to Jameis, you stay with him for the next 7 games, no matter how bad he plays. You're going to stay with Ryan Fitzpatrick for the rest of the season. Jameis Winston should be a healthy scratch. Make up your mind. Dirk needs to make up his mind and move forward. You're going to go down with Ryan Fitzpatrick, or you're going to go down with Jameis Winston. And usually in these situations, you go with the young guy. Because if the season's a wrap, and if you're not going anywhere, why are you giving reps to an old 35-year-old, 36-year-old backup quarterback? And I know people say the Glazers don't fire coaches during the season. Well, this game, they should fire Dirk right away. He should not be able to go into one Buck place. I call it palace. He should not be allowed in the facility. The Bucs should not be scared to fire Dirk Cutter right now. Start your coaching search right now. Get a leg up, because I believe the Jets will. Todd Bowles and the Jets situation don't look good. It's like the Bucs. The Jets are the Bucs of the AFC. The Broncos probably going to end up firing Vance Joseph. So why are we if we're not going to keep let me ask y'all this question. Based on this game, how can Dirk Cutter save his job for the rest of the season? How can Dirk Cutter come back? How can Dirk Cutter come back and save his job? Can he save his job? Can Dirk Cutter save his job? Answer that question. Can Dirk Cutter save his job? I'm just saying, folks. Can Dirk Cutter save his job and come back one more season? Do y'all want to see Dirk Cutter come back for one more season with this scheme? Now, if you think like a real GM, and if you got some sense, if you know Dirk is not coming back, you should put it like this. Jason should already know by now if Dirk is coming back. If Dirk is going to come back, he should already know by now. If he's not going to come back, get rid of him now. Dead coach walking. Because Black Monday is the first Monday after the last game. If you're going to fire him then, make up your mind now. Somebody said if we go 10-6, now we're 3-6, that means Dirk got to win 7 straight games with this defense and this offensive scheme with this bad special teams. The Bucs can't win 2 straight games anymore. The Bucs have no shot of going 7-0 these last 7 games. No shot. No shot of going 7-0. They have no shot of going 6-1. They have no shot of going 5-2. They have no shot of going 4-3. 3-4, yeah. 2-5, yeah. 1-6, yeah. I'm telling you, I've seen teams do this. When they lose games that they should have won or keep them in the playoff contention, and when they lose games like this, it falls apart. It gets really, really bad. It's only going to get worse, folks. It's only going to get worse. Mark my words. Mark my words. It's only going to get worse. If y'all don't believe me, watch. Riff Reaper 941. Start playing fantasy football so there's something else to look forward to when we lose. Fire Dirk and Jason. We way better than our record. Yeah, we are on paper we're better than our record, right? The stats show that we should be better. We should be 6-3 versus 3-6 if we had a decent kicker and a better scheme. But we're not. We're 3-6. That's the difference between coaching and bad coaching. Good coach versus bad coach. Bad coaches keep you at 3-6. Good coaches find a way to get you 6-3. Look at the Redskins. The Redskins are 6-3 with a weak offense. The Redskins are 6-3 with a weak offense. And here we are 3-6 with a banging offense. Something got to give, folks. Something has to give. But anyway, I just dropped a bunch of jewels on you guys with this long post-game reaction video for the Bucs versus Redskins video. This game pretty much has destroyed our chances of making any kind of run. So, with that being said, this is Bucko's Locker coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all my videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Also, Facebook, Twitter page is in the description box. You want to donate, feel free to donate. All donations are welcome, big or small. I appreciate all the support from all my subscribers. And for you haters, bring it. Because I got my shooters and the Bucs family behind me on this page. With that being said, to all my pirates and my sea bandits, I want y'all to fire those cannons. Jason Garrett clapping all the way out. And we gonna siege the day. Deuce.